Well, how do you do, everybody? Welcome to hockey action as the Loyola Ramblers take on the new Trevians Green in league play. First of three meetings of the year between the two teams. And we started this one on the near side. Neutra in white, Loyola in maroon. Big crowd on hand, not a large one as far as New Trier goes. This is a school night tonight, so not as big a crowd for this game as in some of the others we've had. Shot from the shallow angle and the save and grabbed and held on for the whistle stopping play. They face off into the slot and out to the point and out beyond. And New Trier overskated it and sent it back into the zone themselves. On the near side, now out to the point, out of the zone, and along the near side boards, they battle for it there. Now flipped into the zone. Shot ran into traffic, and the Ramblers bring it back the other way. On the near side, we're not only bucking a large crowd here tonight, losing the corners, but we're also fighting two other camera guys that are here. Back behind the goal line. Now sent to the far side. Ramblers bring it right back the other way. We're at Winnetka for this one. This year each game will be at a different arena. Of the three scheduled in the regular season between the two. Spread out into the zone. They've shot. That boomed wide. And bounces back and grabbed and held on. Man in the crease outside the zone. On the near side, now the Ramblers up ahead on the pass. Spread it out into the slot. Turnaround shot, pulled out of the air, grabbed and held on, and the whistle stopping play. Early on in the going. Wrap around to the far side. It's a school night for New Trier. They have school tomorrow. Loyola doesn't. And whistle. And the face-off right back at center ice. Flipped in deep, sent to the corner. Along the boards. Picked up by New Trier, little backhander, grabbed it, held on. And the whistle stops play. The face-off. Out to center ice, cleared ahead, a bit over lead. Elstrom in the corner. Picked up by the Ramblers. Out to the point, the shot deflected, bounced around a little bit in the slot, and then cleared. And all the way down, won't be icing. Deflected, New Trier makes a line change. Ramblers with it. Loyola out ahead. And deflected and picked up by the Trevians. Put back into the Loyola end of things. Else coming along there. Shot. All the way through. Cleared out to center ice. Coming back the other way. The big blaster. That boomed wide. They battle out along the near side boards. The law of the near side boards. The more you lose side, because of the crowd, more often the puck's going to be on that side. On the near side boards, cleared ahead. Trevians put it back to the blue line. Couldn't get it into the zone without some effort. On the near side boards, now wrap around to the far side and take it out the center ice. And Trevians control as the Ramblers make a line change. Cross the red line, send it deep. And they'll scum it along a little bit. On the near side. Look for a place to go for it. Shot. Ran into traffic. To the far side. Now they scrum it along a little bit. Cleared ahead. And then right back deep into the zone. And cleared to the red line. They'll battle along the boards right in front of us here. Continue to battle along there. Now the Trevians pick it away. And sent in deep and clamped to the ice for the whistle stopping play. Right into the slot, cleared out ahead and out the center ice. New Trier Green has won more state championships than anybody else, but they also add two that aren't really theirs. The New Trier East and New Trier West state championships before New Trier Green was established. There's a shot and a save, grabbed and held on, and the whistle stops play. New Trier West was the first one to do it. Well, the New Trier teams, they did it in 1977. Big 11-1 rout of Homewood Flossmoor. And then New Trier East did it, 1980. I believe it was 1980. And I think it was against, as I'm thinking about it, I think that was the game against Brother Rice with Eddie Olchek playing for Brother Rice that year. His only year in high school hockey. Deep in the corner, he was a freshman on that team. I believe I'm right on that. New Trier West had the history of being a good team, but not a lot of numbers. And New Trier East had the history of being a great team, but overplayed the first lines. There's a shot, a save. Turnaround shot, another save. And frozen. Yeah, the New Trier East team, the coaches had a tendency to overplay their first line. And by the end of the season, everybody was beating them because to get into the playoffs and the first line was just out of legs. On the near side. Pulled out of there, but Ramblers have it. Into the zone, there's the shot. Ran into traffic. This rivalry, the New Trier Loyola rivalry, really, I mean, they played for a number of years without the rivalry. The rivalry really began in the late 80s, and it was actually kind of started by the Loyola players and the fans. And the New Trier fans responded, and now it's totally, I mean, crowd-wise, it's equal, but as far as enticements and inappropriate behavior, it's now all New Trier that does that. Back behind the goal line. Over here to the near side, out to the point. Back along the boards. That's why we have the sound down, is because of the behavior of the New Trier students. And that's icing. They face off right into the slot. Trevians in the zone. The big blaster, that boomed wide over to the far side, out the center ice. And along the boards. Picked up there. And offside. And a little extra, or a little bump on the end there. Off the top of the glass. And technically he was out of the ring. Came back in. And that was why the face-off back of the center ice. Offside. Bouncing around a little bit. Picked up by the Ramblers back behind their own goal. Lost control of it back there with a bump. Now Loyola with it. Gets it into the attack zone. To the corner. Double teamed. They battle along the boards there. Cleared out ahead. Out on the near side. They'll play it back and forth and offside. 7:19 left to play in the period. On the near side boards. Right into the slot, the shot, and the save, and again some extracurricular activity. Post whistle. Cleared ahead, nice move into the zone on the off wing, took the backhand shot all the way through to the near side. First period action. On that far side. Back behind the goal line. Wrapped around to the near side. Cleared out to center ice. Picked up there. Into the zone. The shot boomed wide. Wide left. Make it right. Near side. And cleared ahead. Picked up by the Ramblers. 2-on-2. There's a shot, the save, grabbed and held on. And the whistle stops play. Back behind the goal line. Out to the point, out beyond the point. Near side. Spread it out. Back behind the goal line. Over here to the near side. Back over to the far. Out to center ice. Picked up there. Little backhand deeper into the zone. Right back out. Now behind the goal. Looking to center, couldn't get it. And cleared to center ice. And all the way back inside the zone. Taken there. Spread it out. Little backhand now off a leg. There's a shot. Right into the sticky wickets out front. And Clampton held to the ice. And again, some extracurricular activity after the whistle. Eventually, they're going to have to call some of this stuff that's going on after the play is dead. Because what will happen is it keeps on escalating a little bit. Here's a shot, grabbed and held on, and the whistle stops play. Actually, it went out of the ring. Shot and the save. Held on. Out top. Over here to the near side. Back behind the goal line. Over here on the near side. Now picked up by the Trevians. They'll battle for it there. Cleared out ahead. Scrum it along a little bit, and the whistle stops play. Here's a shot and a save. And now New Trier comes back the other way. Nice outlet pass. Split the defense. Couldn't really get the shot. Knocked away. And then the net was dislodged. Back behind the goal line now. Over here to the near side. They battle for it there. Ramblers break it away. Got it into the zone and had it poke checked away. Trevians put it to the near side. And Ramblers put it into the zone. Picked up by New Trier over here to the near side. Now clearing it into the zone. Nowhere to go with it. Oh, put it deep. Wrapped around to the near side, out to the point, and out beyond the point. They battle for it there. Flipped ahead. Trevians. Ooh, Ramblers right through the slot. On the shot. New Trier. Spreading it out into the slot. And then the defense took over and squeezed them off the play. Off the puck. In the corner. Back behind the goal line over here to the near side as we wind down a first period. Kind of feeling each other out, I think, a little bit. Shot and the save. Went up on the netting. Into the corner. Bouncing it around a little bit. Out to the point. Big battle for it there. Now over here to the near side. Cleared out the center ice and all the way back into the zone. There's a shot right into traffic. Back behind the goal line, over here on the near side. Out to center ice. And the Trevians control it. Bounce it around. Now into the zone. Dropped it, and nobody there but a Rambler. Deep in the corner. As we're into the final minute of the first period. Spread it out. Into the zone, shot saved, and again some pushing and shoving on the end. That was kind of a coincidental entanglement. Just looked a little nastier than it really was. On the near side, spread it out into the zone. Shot ran into traffic. Coming back the other way, deep. Out the center ice. Misled the pass. And it turned out to be icing. There's a shot. And the save is up onto the net. Out to the point, held in the zone. Turn around, too many sticky wickets in the way. Try again to shovel it as the horn sounds out of the period. At the end of the first period of play, no score between Loyola and New Trier. We'll be back with more. You're watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Buckle up, Illinois. It's the law. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And we're just on the second period of this one. There's a shot through the crowd. Back behind the goal over to the far side. They'll battle for it there in the corner. And wrapped around over here to the near side. Out to the point. And a little bit of a scrum before it pops free over to the far side. Now back over here to the near side. Missed the pass. And the puck right down here in front of us. And the whistle stops play and a hand pass. On the far side. Cleared that back to center ice. Ramblers turn it around. The drop pass, nobody there. A little underlet on that pass. Coming back the other way. Right in and through the slot. Over to the far side. Clear back out to center ice. And deep. Back behind the goal line. Picked up. And put to the far side. Out ahead on the pass. Spread it out. Drop past it. Out to the point and sent diagonally to the far side. He's crumbing along a little bit. And bringing it back the other way. On that far side board. They battle for it there. Put back into the zone, back behind the goal line. Wrapped around to the near side, out to the point. Put back into the zone. Sent over to the far side. And the Trevians get it out to center ice. Flip back deep. Back behind the goal line. Clearing it ahead. Got into the zone, got the shot away, grabbed and held on, and the whistle stops play. And a little glaring going on at the conclusion. Now sent deep. Battled for there. Quickly, it was offside, but everybody tagged up right away. Now cleared ahead. Neutral at the defense. That's the play on the breakout. Ran into a stick out front, and Ramblers put it right back into the zone. Trevians with it. Neutral with the puck. Near side out to the point. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Coming back the other way. Into the corner. Wrapped around to the near side and out to the red line, and Trevians put it in, and then we'll peel off on a line change. Bounce it around. Back to the defense. They set up to the near side. Back behind the goal line. Cleared ahead out to the point. All the way through, back behind the goal. Rolling around. And missed it out to the point, back to the wing. Back behind the goal. Pushing it along a little bit. Off the boards, cleared ahead. And we've got a penalty coming up on the Ramblers. 2 minutes for interference on Loyola. Neutral with the puck. And the man advantage up to the high slot. Back to the wing. Cross wing. Back up to the high slot. The shot into the sticky wickets out front. Couldn't get the shot away before it got out of harm's way. And a whistle to stop at your play. And neutral penalty. Negating the power play. Penalty for roughing. So each team with a man in the sin bin now. Back deep in the corner, skinning 4-on-4. Near side. Now to the far side. Trevian defense set to play. Cleared ahead into the zone. Into the slot. The shot. The save. Rebound. Goal. Got through the goalie and a man on the backside. Put it home, and the New Trier Trevians score first in this one. Lead this one 1-0. Picked up by the Trevians. Over here to the near side. Ramblers ahead. Spread it out. Here's the shot all the way through. All the way behind the goal line. Now taken to the near side. Back behind the goal. They battle for it. Into the slot. And the New Trier Trevians dragging around a little bit. Out at the blue line. Now the man goes. That was not a penalty. Near side. And Ramblers get it into the zone. Couldn't get the shot away. Near side boards. New Trier penalty killing now. Up top. To the back side, and a hard pass difficult to control. There's a shot and a save. Cleared ahead, and New Trier will send it deep. And a whistle for the stoppage of play. Was the penalty over? Could have been. Didn't realize it. I didn't realize it, so obviously he didn't either. In the corner over on that far side. Spread it out. Brought ahead. Flipped into the zone. Back behind the goal line. To the near side. And back behind the goal again. They battle for it there. On the near side out to the point. The shot ran into traffic. Turnaround attempt. No, it doesn't matter. The net had dislodged. Stopping the play. And we lose the puck out of the ring. Now, New Trier brings it back into the zone. Tried to center it. To the side of the net. Shot. And a goal. And New Trier leads it 2-0. 8:51. Time of the goal, second period. And near side, now there's a shot. That's a high one, grabbed and held on. And again, some pushing and shoving on the end here. And again, nothing called. To the far side. Ramblers out ahead on the pass. Near side. In the corner. And flipped into the zone. Turned out to be a long shot on goal. Ramblers put it to the far side. Trevians get it out to center ice. New Trier and Loyola. First meeting of the year between the two in Scholastic Hockey League action. Near side. Now spread out. Brought ahead into the zone. There's a shot to save. Grabbed and held on. Now put in deep. A battle for it there. Near side. Down the man goes. Puck picked up by the Trevians. Now the Ramblers have it. Back in to the zone. Bouncing it around a little bit. Right along the near side boards. Flip deep. Over on the far side. Off the man and couldn't get it out of the zone. Stolen away, back the other way. New Trier to the zone. From the wing, shallow angle shot, the save. And a couple of little pushing and shoving things. And they're still jawing at each other, going off on a line change. Because of it, they move it outside the zone. They'll say the New Trier defensemen were in too deep on that. That was the reason for moving it out of the zone. On the far side, out the center ice. Near side. Right in front of the New Trier contingent, a heavy check. Draw a little bit of a rise out of the crowd. That one will be a big rise out of the crowd here. The Ramblers into the zone offside. 5:59 left to play here in the period. Near side. Put deep. They head on the pass. Now to the corner. Far side into the slot. The shot ran into traffic. Out to the point, over to the wing. And back behind the goal. Ramblers will let them sit back there. I don't know why they did that in the defensive zone. Looking for a setup. I mean, they had the slot well covered, but still, you don't want to let the place develop. Backdoor attempt, that didn't quite work. Cleared the center ice. Now, back deep. Ramblers will send it on the near side, right to the red line, and then picked up and brought back in by New Trier. Back behind the goal line, over to the far side. Up top. They scrub it along a little bit. On the near side, out to the point, the big blaster ran into traffic and deflected wide. As we wind down this second period of this one, we've got a penalty coming up. And a whistle stops play. Penalty for roughing on the Ramblers. Oops. Wrong one. New Trier got the penalty. So the Trevians with the shorthanded, cleared out the center ice, picked up by the Ramblers. They set the play up with the man advantage, and that's icing. Now behind the goal, Ramblers on the setup to the near side. Cleared ahead. Put back deep into the zone, back and wrapped around to the near side. Spread it out. And cleared by New Trier. Everybody makes a line change. Reason why the Ramblers waited back there behind the goal with the power play. All the way deep, and that turned out to be icing against Loyola. You can't be doing icings when you've got a man advantage. On the near side. And sent all the way deep into the zone, back behind the goal line. They'll set it up there. Metro Chicago Sports Network. Hockey action here on the network. On the near side, out to the point, to the high slot, back to the point. Range it in a little bit. Shallow angle all the way through to the far side. And whistle. Had 2 minutes left in the period. I think that was for a dislodged net. Out top. They scrum it along. New Trier. Come on back the other way. Penalty's over. And the net dislodged. Big time this time. That was a little obvious some way, the whistle. Guys, the object's to put the puck in the net, not the opposing player. Along the boards, out the center ice. I've always said sometime before I retire, I want to have a sports event, each one of the sports events, and have it called by the fans. You know, by the parents yelling in the stands, the fans. What type of hockey game or basketball game or baseball game, whatever it would be, how off it would be if the calls were made totally by the fans in the stands. You would certainly get the perspective of what a job it is to officiate a game. We got a penalty for cross-checking at 44 seconds left to play here in the second period against Loyola. And the Ramblers will send it deep. Cleared ahead. To the far side, out to the high slot. The big boomer grabbed and held on, and then again some pushing and shoving. This one looks like it's a little more serious, but they did not call it. Sometimes when you get shot and all the way through on the open net, as the horn sounds at the period. And at the end of the second period of play, 2-0, New Trier leading Loyola. We'll be back. On the cable and internet, this is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Phone in one hand, ticket in the other. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. And we've started third period. Didn't get a chance to finish my thought on the end of the second period there. But sometimes this extracurricular activity that's going on tonight is playing to the crowd when you get a big crowd like this. Ramblers are penalty killing. Start the period and send it deep. Puck goes over to the other side, and now we got a penalty coming up. And I think that is a New Trier penalty for the mask, for pulling the face mask, the helmet off. So both teams, again, shorthanded, negating power play. And again, it was New Trier doing it after Loyola got the initial penalty. Shallow angle shot saved, grabbed and held on. And pushed out of harm's way away from the goalie. Up top. And the shot boomed him wide. Rivalry like this, and the players stop doing what they're supposed to be doing, playing a little bit to the crowd. Over to the far side, cleared out the center ice, and sent in back, as now it's just New Trier. Short a man. Spread it out. And New Trier player, not only did he take that helmet off, he did it right in front of the referee. To the corner. Centered. Broken up. Cleared out to the high slot. Held in the zone. Held battle for it there. Out high. Here's the big blaster of the save. Bouncing around a little bit. Cleared away. And the Ramblers picked up briefly by New Trier. Now the Loyola squad controls it. Got it into the zone. To the far side. Swiveled off the boards. Centering attempt ran into the leg. Just a little off on the timing. And sent deep for the icing. There's all the penalties now over. Near side. Out to the point. There's the shot. That boomed high and wide left. Out to the point. Held in the zone. Loyola looking to get on the board here in the third period. Deep in the corner. Back behind the goal line. They'll battle for it there. Out to the point. Held in. To the far side. There's the shot. They save through the traffic. And again up top. Play with a high stick. And the whistle stops play. And again, some pushing and shoving on the end. Well, eventually you got to call this stuff. Up top, the shot, the save. Back behind the goal line. If you don't, you're going to end up with a real Donnybrook. Near side. All the way through over to the far side. Out to center ice. Taken here on the near side. Back over to the far side. Cleared ahead. And turned out to be a long shot on goal. Grabbed and held on. 12:44 to play in the third period. At the center ice, New Trier couldn't keep it out of the zone. Ramblers, turnaround shot, and a goal! Goalie didn't see it at all. And Loyola on the board. At 12:26 of the period. And it's a 2-1 game. In the corner. Boy, that goalie he was not prepared for that one at all. I've had some discussions with the coaches, and they were telling me some things about that secondary of New Trier, the New Trier coaches. I've known them for 30 years, Some of them waiting to get onside, did so. Into the zone, back behind the goal line. Over here to the near side. Now, back behind the goal line. 40 years, actually. Some of them. On the near side boards. Flip back in deep. Of course, I also known the Loyola coaches for 40 years. Some of them. It's interesting how you get the perspective that way of what's going on year to year. Cleared out to the point. Held in the zone by the Trevians. Centering attempt. Kicked out of there. Literally kicked out of there. And cleared out the center ice all the way deep. That's icing against Loyola. Ramblers get it to center ice and into the zone. Try to split the defense, put to the corner. The high slot, worked in, shot, and a goal. No, save. Wow. I thought that one was in. The way everybody's kind of stopped on that. Ended up deflecting out of the rink. Up out of the rink off the goalie. Now taken on the far side. They battle right in front of the Loyola bench. You can't freeze it there, so you might as well keep on playing it. Taking time off the clock, helping New Trier. Back behind the goal line. On the far side. Out to the point, cleared. Spread it out. 3-on-2 into the zone. And that broke down. And whistle. The net had dislodged and it was by a Loyola player. Far side. Over here to the near. Off the boards, cleared out the center ice. Into the zone. One-on-one shot, save. Clamp to the ice. And a goal. And we're knotted up at 2. We got a brand new hockey game here. Just a couple of seconds under 9 minutes left to play in the third period. Back behind the goal line. Cleared out ahead. Spread it out. New Trier setting it ahead on the pass, overlet it. And that was icing. Popped free by Loyola. Behind the goal line, over here to the near side. Heavy bump along the boards, up to a high slot. Bouncing puck in the corner. Tried to find the point and couldn't do it. Out to the other side and then out to center ice. And a whistle and stoppage of play. Hand pass a hand pass. Had to be a hand pass. Or out of the rink in some form. Bouncing puck. Near side. Coming back the other way. Along the boards. They'll scrum it along a little bit. And cleared out ahead. Ramblers into the zone. A 2-2 tie. Third period. Ramblers looking for the back door. Couldn't connect on the pass. A lot of standing around. You would think two teams as highly regarded as this wouldn't be standing around as much as they are. And shot all the way through over here to the near side. Cleared to the blue line of the Ramblers and then brought back into the zone. Couldn't turn the corner up top. There's a shot, ran into a New Trier skate out to the point, held in the zone. The shot, the save, the rebound, and a goal. And the Ramblers have taken the lead, have come roaring back here. And Loyola has the lead at 3-2. New goalie. Actually, that was an injury. He did something to his leg. The starting goalie. And we've got a new goalie for New Trier now. Cleared back into the zone and all the way back. That was icing against Loyola. So the Ramblers, in a space of about 5 minutes, have scored 3 goals and taken a lead here 3-2 over New Trier. Back behind the goal line. Cleared out ahead. Shallow angle all the way through to the far side. Ramblers spread it out. Little backhand attempt. That's high and wide. Try again. Shot to save. Swept to the near side. New Trier. Into the zone. Drop pass. Tried to get it deep. And at the same time he got hit. Didn't get it there. Ramblers. Into the slot. The shot. And that was wide left. Now picked up into the zone to lay offside. And now New Trier takes it the other way. I wish they wouldn't put shots on goal out on the scoreboard. Totally useless. It's a totally useless number. On the near side. On the near side board, right into the slot, grabbed and held on, and the whistle stops play. Now the face-off, up top to the high slot. Shallow angle attempt, ran into a lot of the Ramblers who were out in front of them. Put back in the corner, New Trier now pressing, looking for the equalizer. Back to the blue line and into the zone. Picked up on the backhand, and so it'll send deep. And both sides got a little lumber up. Cleared deep, and that's icing against Loyola. Late in the third period. Shot pulled out of the air nicely, grabbed and held on. We'll try again. And they face off. Up top. Battle for it there. Ramblers clear it. But it was a hand pass. On the near side. Cleared out the center ice, off the boards. New Trier now picked up by the Ramblers. Getting close to, I would assume, pulling the goaltender here for New Trier. Into the zone, and Loyola with it. They'll wait to touch it. And didn't. Still was a play with a high stick. Clamped to the ice and held on. Now picked up by Nutrier. The shot to the side of the net. No, nothing doing. Bouncing around all the way through over to the far side. Out beyond the blue line. Put back deep into the zone. Off the boards near side. Not high. On the far side and out to the blue line. Not to wait for the onside. Didn't wait long enough. Into the zone. Now cleared ahead. On the give and go. Back the other way. Out to the point. Bouncing puck. Taken to the near side, and now the empty net. On the near side and backhanded out to center ice. Picked up by Nutrier. And into the slot all the way through. Near side, I'll put it to the far point. And sent deep. And icing against Loyola. Up top, lost the handle. Kept it in the zone. Bouncing around. Back behind the goal line over to the far side. All the way through to the near side. Behind the goal. To the far side and now cleared ahead. And the mad chase going to be picked up by the Ramblers. And no, it was icing though. Had he gotten there just a second sooner, he would have had a nice little open netter. Bouncing around a little bit. Picked out and now cleared ahead. And we're going to get ourselves an empty net goal. And Loyola leads this one 4-2. On the empty net goal. At the buzzer. And Loyola wins the first meeting between Loyola Gold and Nutrier Green. This is Mark Perron. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Stick around for more sports action on the network. And for all of us, we say as always, thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.